buy heavier weaponry like anti-aircraft tanks, but says he won't be visiting Kiev anytime soon. How far can and should Western help go? We're asking, war in Ukraine, is the West already a party to the conflict? Welcome to The Point. It is a pleasure to introduce our guests. Malte Leming is senior editor and author at the Berlin daily newspaper Der Tagesspiegel. And we're very pleased to have with us Stephanie Bast. She is a global policy advisor who formerly headed NATO's strategic foresight team. And a warm welcome to Karolina Wigura. She is a Polish journalist who frequently comments for international media and is currently a fellow at the Robert Bosch Academy. And I'd like to begin with a look at where things stand at the moment. It's just about 2 weeks since the Russian invasion entered a new phase that's focusing on southern and eastern Ukraine. Stephanie, you had, I think, 2 decades of practicing strategic foresight for NATO. So what's your take on the Russian campaign? What do you think are the objectives now?
For the time being, I think it's pretty clear that from a military point of view, Russia seeks to conquer and ultimately also sustain control over the Donbass and large parts of southern Ukraine. I understand that's the quote-unquote minimal strategic objective that President Putin seeks to achieve, but more broadly speaking, what he has been advocated and said all along is he really wants to alter the political landscape, the political map in Europe, if need be, by force. So he is still after a quote-unquote direct confrontation with us.
So does this look like to you like it would be, from Russia's point of view, a permanent occupation that they're striving for?
Definitely. If President Putin could achieve the military objectives, which seemingly are quite hard to do, namely to really conquer and ultimately sustain military control over the Donbass and the southern part of Ukraine, then Ukraine would be basically reduced to a rump state without access to the Azov, to the Black Sea and also to the Sea of Azov. And that would really be quite hard for Ukraine.
Speaking of the Sea of Azov, the port city of Mariupol and its besieged Azovstal steelworks have become the focal point of ceaseless shelling in this new phase of the campaign. For a few who had taken refuge there, the ordeal ended this week. Before we continue, let's hear their voices.
Arriving in Zaporizhia, this group from Mariupol made it all the way to this Ukrainian-controlled town on their own. We are so tired and I can't talk. I'm not feeling well after so many bombings and 2 days on the road. Completely burned, completely destroyed by bombing. Why this war? Who needs this war? My neighbors have died. The people who I was born with and grew up with, I lived in their house. Do you understand how serious it is? Children died. Dead bodies are scattered in the streets and no one was there to remove them. Mariupol has been under siege for weeks and is now largely devastated. According to Ukrainian estimates, at least